Hey guys, hi, Bryson here. Welcome to my show, and today we're gonna find out exactly how do you flip $1,000 into 20K in 30 days. Now, obviously, this video right here is probably going to be a little extreme, but I want to react to it, see if there's basically any truth in this entire thing, or if it's just BS, okay? Because there's a lot of BS out there on YouTube too, so I want to find out exactly what is going on here in this video. And by the way, guys, today, mom left to DR, okay? And I'm going to Puerto Rico on Monday and to actually get an apartment, and then in June I'm going to be moving, okay? So just saying that because basically, as you guys know, things are getting a lot more closer. If you guys are new here, by the way, I'm moving to Puerto Rico and all that stuff, so I'm excited about it, but it's also like the first time actually moving out, and so it's a big thing for me. But yeah, any advice for moving out, let me know, comment down below, and I want to see what you have to say, okay? If you guys are new here, I post videos every single day, so you should also subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified. And on top, I also destroy the like button. Without further ado, let's find out exactly how you flip 1,000 into 20,000 in 30 days. We'll see.
You want to make money with $1,000? This is what I did. I went online and I looked.
And by the way, guys, the best idea is going to be, for example, most likely investing into a skill. You don't need that much money to invest into a skill and basically multiply your ability to make more money. Like, for example, drop shipping, Shopify, potentially phone flipping, potentially sales, affiliate marketing, building a brand. A lot of things you can do with $1,000. For example, for me, the first thing I would buy would be a laptop and a camera. That's me personally what I would buy, but everyone's different.
And I won't use the website name, but it shows you how fast certain cars sell, right? Used cars.
Oh, okay. So this is more like a car thing. Okay, let's hear this.
So I looked and I found the car that sells the fastest for $3,000. So I go on.
But this video says 1,000. Am I going crazy here? This is 1,000. It's 3,000, so he's gonna buy for a discount at maybe like a $2,000 discount, which is pretty hard to do. But yeah, I read a book once, and a guy was actually doing this. He used to, for example, back in the days, it was like newspaper ads. So he would put a newspaper ad for a car, have multiple people come in and like actually see the car, and then sell it as fast as possible, because in reality, he had artificial demand for that car because everyone showed up at the same time for this one car and everyone wanted it, okay? Now, the trick was basically he only showed the car to one person at a time, okay? That was the big trick. So now the person looking at the car was like, hey, that person also wants the car, but I'm looking at it right now. And when the other person comes in, you're like, hey, the guy missed out. Do you want the car? And there's another person right there waiting, okay? So it's a lot of ways to do like psychological marketing and stuff like that, but it would be like buying cheap cars. You resell them, for example, on Facebook and Craigslist in today's marketplace.
Online, and I look and I say, okay, this car sells fastest at $3,000. Then I go ahead and search that car. Who's selling it? Then,
hey, nice. By the way, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, and also potentially Car Guru. But then again, it's this competitive race, so the best time to buy a car is going to be, for example, peer-to-peer. A lot of times, the dealers, yeah, they got the whole thing at the end of the month with the quote, all the stuff, but the discount is usually not going to be like that massive because they have like little prices that can't go underneath.
And I email every single person selling that car going, I got $1,000 cash today if I can buy your car. I really need it. So
Wow. Every person, $1,000 cash. Now, just so you guys know, for perspective here, he's asking for a car for 33% of the value. So that's very difficult. It's almost like a 77% discount. The odds of you actually getting that car is very, very slim. Let me see if my math is correct, because sometimes I'm just saying things, but I'm not 100% sure. So again, if you want to buy a car for $1,000, but the actual price is $3,000, in reality, you are asking for, yes, there you go, for 33% of the value, which means you're getting like this massive discount at 77%, okay? It's ridiculous. 67%. It's a little ridiculous.
Send out 50 emails of people who own that car saying, I got $1,000 cash, I'll give it to you today to buy it, sight unseen. And, 49 of the people basically say, quit wasting my time.
Yeah, for sure. And I would too, I'm not going to sell you something like that at all, but if you can find, for example, from when it's like kind of like I bought a bike once. The guy had it listed for $800. I offered $500. So I guess I'm kind of like this guy also. We met halfway, I think at around it wasn't 500. I offered less. I think I offered $400, like half of whatever it was. And then he said, no, I can't do it. And then I said 480 cash right now. And then he said no again. I said 500 cash, my last offer. He said yes. I went, I met up, and I got it. I just sold that bike a few days ago for I think 540 or 550 after 2 years of use. So it is possible, don't get me wrong, but you gotta understand the market. You gotta understand you're gonna get a lot of no's before you get the one yes that you actually want. So you gotta get used to rejection if this is a game you want to play. But asking for this steep of discount, it's pretty tough.
F off or don't answer, and one person says what? Sure, give me the money today.
Yeah, it is possible. But I'm thinking, like, I don't know this guy, David Melzer. And by the way, I might have to know him because maybe he's like a big guy in business or whatever, but I don't know him. But the thing is, you know, every story a lot of the times has a little exaggeration. So I'm not sure if this is like a little exaggerated, like buying a car for like 67% of discounts, usually kind of hard to actually do, you know, kind of hard to actually do.
I go get the money, maybe I detail it, maybe I don't, for $100. I post it for $3,500 and it sells in a day for $3,000.
Nice. And that's also, for example, an excellent technique. You know, whenever I want to sell something, I don't care what it is, I'm going to post it for more. That bike I sold for like 540. I listed it for 600. You know, like a small margin, so they know I'm serious or whatever. But you always want to sell it for more, because if someone falls for it, not like, you know, it's still the same value or whatever, what it's actually worth, but someone gets it for that price, great. But everyone that's to get a bargain and get one up on you, they're not really getting one up on you, you know? It's a little trick I use also. I get it. But I think the story is a little bit exaggerated. I'm going to be honest here.
$3,000, right? Profit. Then I can take my $3,000 and I can go online and I look for the fastest selling car at $6,000. Now remember, I have $1,100 cash into the deal so far, right? $1,000 to buy the car, $100. I go buy that car.
And by the way, remember though, okay, when you're selling things back and forth, so reinvesting, remember, you need remember to save money for taxes also. And remember that basically you're also working. You know, when you're first building a business, yeah, you got to invest money into it, but eventually this business has to pay you money also. There's a lot of people that have businesses, but they're broke also. Be very careful with businesses that all they do is suck up your money.
Same way, I put out email, I got $3,000 today if you sell me the $6,000.
Yeah, so it sounds like a half a price thing, and it sounds like the same scenario over and over again. You know, basically $3,000 car, $1,000 offer, right? $6,000 car, $3,000 offer, $12,000 car, $2,000 offer. Usually, you know, this is kind of, okay, it's kind of realistic, but it's also very exaggerated. A lot of the times you get in, for example, a 30 to 40% off is pretty awesome, or 20% off is pretty awesome. Those are not bad margins, by the way. So if something is worth 10,000 and you get it for 8,000, you resell it for like 9,500, not bad, or 9,000, right? You still make $1,000. If you can get it for this low, then great. You can start, like, we call this in business, well, in Facebook and also like on phone flipping, we call these people low ballers. A lot of times they just get ignored. If you get lucky here and there, sure. But if you want to make connections with someone that has a lot of cars, usually the low balling aspect is usually not going to be the best way to actually go. You don't walk into a room and say, hey, I know your product is worth, for example, $70, but give me $2 for it. You know, it's a little disrespectful. But there is a line where you want to make a profit, yes, but you also got to like understand that it's not going to usually happen.
A car, I really need it. 49 people either don't answer or tell me I'm wasting their time or to F off. One person says yes.
You see the point here, guys? You see the point here?
I immediately clean that car for $100, post it.
And by the way, that is one thing that works a lot, you know, and it kind of like goes over people's head a lot, but the way something looks is very important. The way you look is very important. If I came on this channel, for example, and I had like this Toro shirt with like different holes and so on, of course, you know, this shirt cost me like $3, but it's a nice shirt. It looks nice on me. Everything's fine. My hair, if I had it like all over the place, would be a problem, right? But my hair is nice. I have my glasses. I have, for example, lotion on, have my little watch here. It's also perspective, right? I'm not going to be buying crazy stuff to like impress anyone, but the idea is the way you look, it goes a long way also. Same thing with cars, same thing with anything you're selling out there. Whenever I sold a phone, the most important thing was how it looked. So I always bought it, for example, the headphones is box. It's all about presentation. So if you can have a car that people just basically don't care about, you clean it up for $100 and you sell it, it's kind of like, hey, this car looks nice. Oh my gosh, people pay premiums for that stuff. Presentation goes a long way, especially in business and in sales.
Do the same thing at 9,000. Within a
like right here, look at this guy, right? You see all these guys right here. surrounding this one person. But what makes you pay attention to him is basically, you know for a fact from far away, he's the one giving a lesson because he has a suit on. So the suit leads you to believe, hey, this guy must be important, you know, the suit. And by the way, you might say, oh, but Tommy, Mark Zuckerberg doesn't wear suits, or Bill Gates either. I get that. But human nature is still human nature. You and I might be different, but the most amount of people out there, the big amount of people out there, they're gonna use that judgment.
A month, you can cycle through to about $15,000 or $20,000 in a month, from $1,000, netting $19,000.
Yeah, it is possible, by the way, but it is a lot of work. And you know, the way he simplifies it is great because you want to make something simple and very consumable for the sake of YouTube. And it got, for example, a lot of views. You know, I understand that whole concept, but imagine, for example, you only having 1K, making an offer on a 3K car, and I doubt it's gonna be, for example, just 50 emails. It's gonna be a lot more than that, a lot more than that. You know, I would try to shoot for example, 30 to 40% discount. That sounds more attainable. And the thing is, when you're buying cars also, and you take that massive discount, you also have to protect that basically a car is not that easy to inspect. So now you bought this car, and it might have an issue, and that's why they're willing to give it to you so fast and so cheap, right? So be very careful with this stuff also, because there's also like prerequisites to actually take care of, especially with items that are this expensive. But it's nice. It's a nice model here. You're just recycling cash. I like it a lot. I did that a lot with cell phones and sneakers.
You keep on going, it can get bigger because you start learning things like, man, not only can I clean it, but like I can get a white car, paint the rims black, and now you got a teenage kid telling their parents that that's their favorite car.
It's all about perception and perception. Perception and perception. Perception and perception. Perception and perception. Are those two different words, or am I saying the same thing over and over again? Perception. 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 Guys, I'm sorry here, okay? Use the dictionary and find out, comment down below, and let me know if I'm freaking out here. But it's all about how something actually looks and how it seems, and knowing, for example, who your audience actually is. By the way, I fell for this right here, you know? Whenever I see a white car on black rims, I'm like, damn, that car looks nice, you know? It's just like one of those things. But I haven't bought a car yet. I know my prices also. I'm not gonna overpay for anything. I don't care how nice it looks.
Now remember, when you're buying cars and it gets higher, you can get all these extras in it too, right? You start, you know, really getting value because it has the GPS as a killer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you start to look for different ways to add value to your customer and saying, hey, this car, I'm giving it to you, A, for a discount, although you bought it for a discount also, but B, it also comes with all these extra add-ons, and C, look at the condition on it. It's a great condition, right? It's the same sales pitch that I did, for example, with sneakers, and also the same sales pitch with with phones. You know, oh, it comes with the box. Oh, it comes with the headphones, with the charger. Although they might not even be original. I always say it's not original, but it does come with it, right? It comes with little stickers. You know, those things, they go a long way, a very long way.
Sound system, it maybe already has killer wheels and rims. Now, does not hurt to ask, right? What's your low side? Okay, I made a mistake. The car didn't sell in a few days.
Yeah. And that's the thing, you know, liquidity is a big issue. And I think, for example, experience goes a longer way than just, for example, looking something up on the internet. You know, because the idea is that you found on the internet that it says this according to this, but you won't know exactly what's selling the most, especially like in your area, until you're actually doing it yourself and doing the actual work. For example, you won't know if this works until you actually go out there and do it yourself. And by the way, it's pretty obvious, right? This right here is a little bit overboard here, but if you were able to find an item, right, that is worth, for example, $1,000, and only pay for it $333, it's a no-brainer, right? You buy, even though it might take, for example, a year to sell it, you still buy it, right? It's just a no-brainer. It just makes sense.
So I bang off $1,000 from it, so I'll sell it at $5,000, not $6,000. I already know it's the fastest selling car at $6,000. How long do you think when you list it at $5,000 it takes to sell?
Yeah. That is a part of the game, you know. But again, these margins are kind of ridiculous. They're kind of ridiculous margins. And again, it is a YouTube video. It is 2 minutes and 30 seconds, you know, so I understand it. But there's a lot of lessons in this one video. The only thing I don't agree with is like the little concept about the price and what you're actually going to get for this car. Very, very unlikely. All
right, so I start over now. I got $5,000. I go ahead and look for cars at $8,000 instead.
Yeah.
Right? I'm still making money.
And by the way, you know, you don't have to constantly upgrade. You can actually have a sweet spot. Your sweet spot can be, for example, between 1,000 and 10,000. You don't have to keep going up and up and up and up. One lesson my uncle taught me was, Tommy, stop trying to always up the ante. Stop trying to go ahead and basically use more and more money and basically lock it up. You know, sometimes going with those little items and doing a lot more volume is just a lot more better, because in reality, you make quicker money, yes, because there's a lot more people to actually, you know, sell cars to that can actually afford it, but also your risk is actually a lot lower, because when you lose $1,000, you're not gonna go bankrupt. But if you lose 10,000 or 20,000, that might set you back for a while. By the way, this guy, man, and this colorful hair thing, I thought about having like one of those hair things when I was gonna like paint it like blonde and then gray here or something like that. I'm glad I didn't do it. You know, I like my hair the way it is. Alright guys, but that is the end of this video. And you know, although I didn't like everything that was said here, because some of those things are just like exaggerated for YouTube, I'm gonna give it a like because it does have some valuable lessons here. Now, before I go, guys, I do want to go ahead and look at the comments. You know, the rich stay rich by spending like the poor. The rich stay rich by investing in assets. It's not about how much you spend is very important, but it's also what you spend the money on. The rich spend a lot of money, but it's what to spend it on. Warren Buffett spends billions a year, right? But it's not in liabilities, it's more in assets. Stocks are still the way to go in 2021. In reality, no. You know, the thing with stocks is that basically, yeah, you can make a lot of money, but the highest returns are usually going to be in business. You know, you might say, Tommy, not true. Think about it, right? A stock is just basically a partial value of a business. So when I buy Apple, I'm buying a piece of Apple. But who's making more profit? Obviously, Apple is. You know, the actual businesses usually have the best returns in history. Making 40% every time on your money, or 20%, is a lot better than any stock out there, usually, if you do keep that ante up for a very, very long time. But you gotta invest money also, because again, this is active income. Stocks are more like passive income. So it's a big difference with that. On top of that, in a few months or no time, people will definitely be kicking themselves, regret for missing the opportunity to buy and invest. Oh my God, cryptocurrency, bro. And I fell for that whole message, and I read the whole like little message thing. I bet there's a phone number here. Let's bet. Is there a phone number here? Look at this. Yeah, they're here. James Lucas FX, all this stuff. You know, these spam comments on YouTube are definitely getting out of control, guys, okay? But overall, guys, I had a lot of fun with this video. We are out of time here, but I enjoyed it a lot, you know? And there are lessons here. By the way, don't always, you know, I used to be, for example, well, this isn't right, not watching the video. No, sometimes you might get a little information that's not correct, but you might get like 80% of it is actually a lot of value here. The idea of like recycling cash into things that make you more and more money is a great, magnificent idea, and that's why I gave the video a like. Now guys, comment down below and let me know, if you had your choice, what would you resell? And by the way, I usually recommend, because again, it's reselling, but it's also sales, right? So what item would you be focused on when it comes to selling? For me, probably financial products. For you, it might be cars. For maybe sneakers, maybe wallets, whatever it is, comment down below, let me know. I want to know, and I might go ahead and steal your idea, so feel free to comment down below. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. As always, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified, and on top of that, if you want to actually join me on my third channel, Call Me 101, we'll schedule a call at Tommy Bryson. And by the way, ask Tommy Bryson, and all calls are free, by the way, link down below, and DM me on Instagram at Tommy Bryson. And before I go, guys, here is another video. Click my face right here. See you guys tomorrow, and as always, peace.